posted in the act. Got to hit the club, we've been mobbing all day. On some Dino, VIP stats. Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snapping their fingers, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game, I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace, straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. What you do, you and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more that the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can two. Snap your fingers. Damn, let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers. But do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you. Chilling in the bill. There we again. Bottles in again. Up the cup, put it in the air.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
60 by 2, check.
Lone back gets the handoff. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Ruben Hippolyte the second, able to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Okay, great.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Come on. Hit, check, hop.
They give it to him again. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. They get 23 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
On my play sheet, Kate, I've got draws and screens in the same area. Those are the areas you want to attack a defense when they're getting too far upfield.
Okay,
that
ready?
defense got upfield, and that draw did the rest.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger.
On first down, they'll run. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
A couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60. Steady.
This time it's a passing play. Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. Picked off by Damone Clark. Well, we all know this is a player who's proven that he can weather an early setback and soldier on. It's going to be tested again after his first series ends in an interception.
Yeah, that's right, Kate. You don't get mentioned as one of the league's better passers if you can't shake off an early turnover. Now, his defense got to pick him up.
On play action, Williams. Maybe some nerves. It's an interception on his first pass. He's going to bring this one back. It's a pick six and a Minnesota touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. We give on 2nd to Hall. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 13-0 lead. Reichert on for the point after. is off, no good. What a game left here, but we'll see if that's a point that they regret not having later on in this contest. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Return coming from the 6. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Williams. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, there's way too much risk for that reward.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Williams to throw on 3rd. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Williams from the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Williams off the play fake. Buying some time right. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. To the air yet again, Williams. This is brought in, big gain here for Loveland. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Williams on the play action. It's caught at the 4. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake, Williams. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. This one misses the tight end. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. He was looking for Colston Loveland. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those drops.
Last 2 passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Williams. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears lower the deficit to a single possession. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears get it back to within 6. Trujillo to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the jump.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cooking up 79 Broncos.
Working now from the gun. Hits his running back. He won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. Well, we love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panthers 60, Panthers 60.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Now, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80.
Takes the hand behind the line. He lost that football. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And this one, not surprisingly, brought the loss of the yards. They had to scramble to even get that football back.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long.
60 Maverick, 70 Lions.
Setting up to throw. This one's caught. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings go up by 12. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Riker there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings bump the lead up to 13 points. Here's Riker set to kick this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. That's caught. It's Brees Hall. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Williams on 1st down. Cut down the field, Golden. Score! Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears make it a one-score game in the first half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Stephanie! 60 Vikings, 15!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Breaks the tackle. Up to the races, middle of the field. He's got it in the red zone. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings go up by 12. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings bump the lead up to 13 points. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Looking sideline, caught by Loveland. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
1st down, and Williams to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Offense to the line fast. Here's Williams again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Hall takes it straight ahead. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run, Brock. That brings up third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Yes. Ready to go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. On the move, headed right. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. They'll throw for it. And he takes this in.
Game is bullshit, nigga. It should stay saving that whole ass shit.
Make it a 1-score game in the first half.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey. Viking 18.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side. First and 10 now from the 46.
70, Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
He's going to throw this one. This one quickly to Dell. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4.
Ready? Crack all 80.
Back to throw now. Cut out left. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Hold the ready.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop. Ready.
He's going to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Gotta be lying. Hot 70, hot 70. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Chased out to his right. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Reichert connects there, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
You know, most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Ready, set up. Vegas, Vegas.
Watch the motion.
Throwing here just before halftime. Forced out to his right. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty low power ranger. Mine also dangerous.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Williams. And he put everything he's got behind it. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Williams will look to throw. That's Dunze again. And they make the tackle at the 38. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Out of the gun, and give to Hill. He's still going at the 30. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense set up for 1st and goal.
Oh, they didn't see what that draw had coming until it's too late, Kate. And when they saw the opening he's about to hit, well, can't really repeat what they were saying down there, but I can promise you none of it was any good.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 6 yards. Boy, a great spot. 2nd and goal at the 2.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. That's going to be taken in at the 8.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion.
79 Broncos.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60, 70 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. 18, Rattler, 18, let's go.
He'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Ready.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On the set.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Such a magnificent run. Quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Watters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle. Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off a running back after such a tremendous effort.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Ready.
From the red zone now. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings push this to an 8-point game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Luther Burden now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 32-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. 1st and 10 from the 32. They'll start this one out with all. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Vegas!
On play action, here's Williams. Connects downfield, on target to Burden. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to that 32-yard line. goes for 32 yards. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Off the play fake, Williams. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Again, it's Williams. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop was made.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Vegas!
From the gun, it's on. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears shrinking the lead some in the third. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10.
Hot 70. Check. Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
At Cowboy 80. Street. Rig alert.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Let's go. Tiger, 19 Tiger. Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
Pass play coming here. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
On the go.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
3rd and long for him here. It's his running back. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
The Bears decide to call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches.
Back. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Trying to push this past the marker. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Is a turnover on down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Williams on 1st down. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
As crazy as I knew that was the exact play, man, still gave you that. That's a pick. Pick.
2nd and 10 now. Williams finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's going to be Bears football, and they face elimination. They're trailing here to start the 4th. First and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Going play action. Williams. Going deep here for the end zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 4th quarter lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that 2nd one far bigger than his 1st when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the 2nd half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run here from the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally setting up, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Shot 60, shot 60.
They'll work against the blitz. Brian Reiter. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
So a pivotal moment for the Vikings as they go for 2.
Come on, come on.
Still line up for the
60
two-point
Vikings,
conversion.
60 Vikings. Vamos! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught, so a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion. Brock, their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math is pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seated down on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, it's certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Williams to throw. Throw left side finds Burden. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in a hurry up here.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So after the false start penalty, they're left with 3rd and 8. Third and long. They're going to throw. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
You're not. Liking 18. 32.
Here's Williams again. On a quick slant, it's Loveland. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the air yet again, Williams. It's caught at the 4. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
You know I love the language of football. Just the terminology that comes with it. It's a whole new language out there. But in many playbooks, Kate, that's called cross-country. Speaks for itself. You got to run from one spot all the way across the field. Those two did it very well.
Fails to find his running back. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal. Trying the left side with Johnson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears take a 4th-quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, dropped the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
This just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Come on. Tap the 60.
Running back gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Vikings losing by 4. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down.
Go! Cowboy 80. Ready?
They're drawing up for him. He's going to gain a good chunk of yards here. Looks like about 6, but that still brings up 4th down.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
The entire season has led them here to this snap. They have to convert here on 4th down. He's got Turner for the completion. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
19, shot clock, 70, hot 70.
Running it now out of the gun. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Setting up to pass. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Putting a receiver in motion. He'll look to throw it. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out in the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Big moments here in this divisional round game, Bronk, as they line up for 3rd and goal.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Lions. Buffalo 18.
I got him, on me.
Ready.
Now to throw. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Bears 49. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Real quick. Whole squad on that rim. 0 to 100. Real quick. 0 to
1 play in, and they are already close to midfield. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. And postseason overtime no longer different from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things. The other side's going to get a chance to retort. And if the game remains tied beyond that, then it is sudden death. Two teams giving all they have to make it to the NFC Championship. How fun is this, Brock? A great game continues as they kick it away in overtime. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. First throw of overtime. Oh, big interception here. No one's around him. He's got space. And the Bears surprise them with the interception. And now have a chance to win this game. Wow. Stunned silence up here and stunned silence on that sideline, partner. I mean, a pick on the very first play of overtime. That one may have just decided this ball game.
Well, this offense now has to go out on that field and capitalize. It's got to pay off what the defense just did. This is called complimentary football, Kate. Your defense goes out there and takes the ball away extraordinarily. And now the offense has got to find a way to finish this game off with points.
Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Williams on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. There's a dive up the middle. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
What is up?
They'll run with Johnson. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
The next score sends somebody through in our postseason. So high stakes as they step up here for 2nd down. It's Johnson again. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown.